Greetings. You're tuned in now. Your self-validation station, empowered by a door mix. Let's affirm, reflect, and align today, living in a soul-filled way.
Let me come back to myself for a moment. I take a breath that fills my chest slowly, and I let it out without rushing it. I soften my shoulders, I relax my jaw, let my body settle into where I already am. No pressure, no performance, no trying to get it right. Just me being here. And I say something out loud that feels steady and true. I give myself permission to say yes to what aligns. I recognize and choose what supports my expansion. I pause and let that settle, because saying yes hasn't always felt simple. Sometimes I've said yes out of obligation, out of habit, out of trying to keep things smooth for everyone else. And other times I've hesitated to say yes to what I actually wanted. But I'm learning something new about myself. My yes is powerful, it shapes the direction of my life. And I remind myself gently, I am allowed. I always have been. I am allowed. I am allowed. I am allowed. I always have been. Had to be complicated, like I needed to overthink it, analyze it, break it down until I felt certain. But alignment is not confusion, alignment is clarity. It's that feeling in my body that says this fits. What aligns doesn't argue, it settles when something supports my expansion. I feel it in my energy, in my thoughts, and the way my body responds. I don't have to force myself into it, I don't have to convince myself to stay, and I don't have to ignore what feels off just to keep things going. I don't stretch myself to fit spaces that don't fit me. My yes is intentional now. It comes from awareness, it comes from trust, it comes from knowing that I am allowed to choose what feels right for me. I am allowed. I always have been. I'm allowed. I am allowed. I am allowed. It always have been. I think about the times I knew something didn't align and I stayed anyway. The times I felt the hesitation in my chest, but I pushed past it. The times I chose comfort over truth, and I don't judge myself for that. I was learning, I was growing, but now I understand something deeper. My alignment speaks quietly, I just have to listen when something aligns. I don't feel tension trying to hold it together. I feel openness, I feel steadiness, I feel a natural sense of forward movement. And when something doesn't align, I feel that too. And now I honor that awareness instead of overriding it. I trust the feeling that comes before the explanation. I recognize what supports me, I recognize what expands me, and I allow myself to choose it, not later, not eventually. Now I am allowed. I always have been. Listen to me, self. You know what aligns. You feel it before you explain it. You recognize what supports your growth. You do not need to second guess what feels clear. You are not confused, you are learning to trust yourself. You are allowed to say yes to what expands you. You are allowed to walk away from what doesn't. You are allowed to choose yourself without hesitation. You are allowed to honor your alignment fully. Let that land. I give myself permission to say yes to what aligns. I recognize and choose what supports my expansion. Now I move forward with clarity. I don't force decisions, I feel into them. I don't ignore what I know, I honor it. I say yes when it aligns. I pause when it doesn't. I move with alignment, and alignment moves with me.
I trust my awareness, I trust my growth. I trust the way I'm learning to choose what supports me. And when doubt tries to interrupt that trust, I return to this moment, this breath, this knowing I am alive. I always have been allowed to choose, allowed to expand, allowed to build a life that reflects what feels true for me. I say yes to what aligns. I choose what supports my expansion. And I move forward with trust. Yeah. I say yes to what feels right for me, what aligns with my growth sets me free. I say yes to what feels right for me, what aligns with my growth sets me free. I say yes to what feels right for me, what aligns with my growth sets me free. I say yes to what feels right for me, what aligns with my growth sets me free. I say yes to what feels right for me, what aligns with my growth sets me free. I say yes to what feels right for me, what aligns with my growth sets me free. I say yes to what feels right for me, what aligns with my growth sets me free. I say yes to what feels right for me, what aligns with my growth sets me free. I say yes to what feels right for me, what aligns with my growth sets me free. I say yes to what feels right for me, what aligns with my growth sets me free. I say yes to what feels right for me, what aligns with my growth sets me free. I say yes to alignment. 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 Say that. Say that. Yes to alignment.
I say yes to alignment. I say yes to alignment. I say yes to alignment. I say yes to alignment. I say yes to alignment. I say yes to alignment. I say yes to alignment. I say yes to alignment. I say yes to alignment. I say yes to alignment. I say yes to alignment. I say yes to alignment. I say yes to alignment. I say yes to alignment. I say yes to alignment. Alright. Let me come back to myself. I take a slow, steady breath in, and I let it move through my chest without forcing it. I soften my shoulders, I relax my jaw. I let my body settle into the space I'm already in. No rushing, no overthinking, no trying to hold everything at once. Just me here, present, aware. Returning to myself, I give myself permission to protect my energy. My clarity creates space for what is meant for me. My energy matters, not just when I'm tired, not just when I'm overwhelmed. Always, always, my energy is not endless. It is intentional. I am allowed, I always have been. For a long time I thought being available meant being valuable. Saying yes quickly, showing up constantly, holding space for everything and everyone. And while that came from care, it also came at a cost. Because I was pouring from myself without checking in with myself. I was accessible to everything except my own limits. But I see something clearly now. Protecting my energy is not rejection, it's direction. It's me deciding where I go, what I hold, what I engage with, and what I release. I don't have to absorb everything to be present. I don't have to carry everything to be supported. I don't have to say yes to everything to be valued. My no is just as powerful as my yes. And when I honor that, something shifts. I feel lighter, clearer, more grounded in myself. I am allowed, I always have been. I think about the times I ignore my own signals. That quiet feeling that something was too much. That subtle tension in my chest. That knowing that I needed space, but kept going anyway. Not because I didn't know, but because I didn't always honor what I knew. But now I do. My clarity was always there. I'm just choosing to listen now. When I protect my energy, I create space. Space to think clearly, space to feel fully, space to move intentionally. And in that space, I notice what actually belongs. What feels right, what feels aligned, what supports me instead of draining me. Clarity makes room for what's meant for me to stay. I don't have to crowd my life with everything. I can choose, I can filter, I can allow only what fits. And that is not selfish, that is self-respect. I am allowed, I always have been. Listen to me, self, your energy matters. You are not meant to carry everything. You are allowed to choose what you engage with. You are allowed to step back without explaining. You don't owe access to your energy. You choose it. You are allowed to protect your clarity. You are allowed to create space. You are allowed to release what drains you. What is meant for you will meet you in that space. I give myself permission to to protect my energy, my clarity, create space for what is meant for me. Hey, now I move forward differently. Hey, hey, I don't move from pressure, I move from clarity. Hey, I don't hold everything. Hey, I choose what I carry. I don't ignore myself, I listen. I protect my energy and my energy protects my life. I trust my limits, I trust my awareness. I trust the way I'm learning to honor myself. And when things feel overwhelming, I return here to this breath, to this moment, to this truth. I am allowed, I always have been. Allowed to protect my energy, allowed to create space, allowed to live in a way that supports me. And in that space, what is meant for me finds me. Protect my space, I let things be. What's meant for me comes easily. I protect my space, I let things be. What's meant for me comes easily. I protect my space, I let things be. What's meant for me comes easily. I protect my space, I let things be. What's meant for me comes easily. I protect my space, I let things be. I let things be. What's meant for me comes easily. I protect my space, I let things be. I let things be. What's meant for me comes easily. I protect my space, I let things be. I let things be. What's meant for me comes easily. I let things be. I protect my space, I let things be. I let things be. What's meant for me comes easily. I let things be. I protect my space, I let things be. What's meant for me comes easily. I protect my space, I let things be. What's meant for me comes easily. I protect my space, I let things be. I let things be. What's meant for me comes easily. I let things be. I protect my space, I let things be. I let things be. What's meant for me comes easily. I let things be.
protect my energy. I 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 protect my energy.
Let me come back to myself. I take a slow breath in, and I let it move through my chest without rushing it. I soften my shoulders, I release my jaw. I let my body settle into where I already am. No forcing, no figuring everything out all at once. No trying to rush clarity into existence. Just me, here, present, aware. Allowing this moment to be what it is. I give myself permission to trust what is forming. Everything meant for me is organizing in my favor. I pause, and I let that settle. Because not everything shows up fully formed. Some things unfold, some things develop, some things take shape quietly behind the scenes. And I don't always see it right away. But that doesn't mean nothing is happening. Just because I can't see it yet doesn't mean it's not already in motion. I am allowed. I always have been. For a long time, I thought I needed to understand everything to trust it. I wanted clear answers, clear timelines, clear proof that things were working. But life doesn't always move that way. Sometimes things are aligning before they arrive. Sometimes things are organizing before they become visible. And I don't have to interrupt that process with doubt. I don't rush what is already unfolding in my favor. I'm learning that trust is not about seeing everything. It's about knowing enough to stay grounded. It's about recognizing that movement is happening. Even when it's quiet, even when it's subtle, even when it's still becoming. Formation doesn't need my control, it needs my trust. I allow things to come together. I allow pieces to connect. I allow timing to reveal itself. I am allowed, I always have been. I think about the times I felt uncertain, the moments when things weren't clear yet, when I couldn't see the full picture, when I didn't know how something would come together, and I felt that urge to rush it, to figure it out, to push things forward just to feel secure. But now I see something differently. Those moments weren't empty, they were forming. What felt like waiting was actually becoming. There were things aligning behind the scenes, connections forming, opportunities positioning themselves. Even within me, I was growing, understanding more, seeing more clearly, becoming more prepared for what was next. I was becoming the version of me that could receive what was coming. So now, when things feel like they're still forming, I don't rush to fill the space. I allow it. I trust it. I stay present with it. Because everything meant for me is organizing, even when I can't fully see it yet. Listen to me, self. You don't need to see everything to trust it. You don't need full clarity to stay grounded. What is forming is not random. What is aligning is not accidental. You are not behind. things are coming together. You are allowed to trust the process. You are allowed to stay steady while things unfold. You are allowed to believe that what's meant for you is already in motion. Everything meant for you is organizing in your favor. I give myself permission to trust what is forming. Everything meant for me is organizing in my favor. Let that land. Now I move forward with a different kind of trust. Not rushed, not forced, grounded. I don't need to chase what's already aligning. I don't need to force what's already forming. I trust what is building, even when it's quiet. I stay present, I stay open, I stay rooted in what I know. And when uncertainty tries to rise, I come back to this breath, this moment, this truth. I am allowed. I always have been allowed to trust, allowed to receive, allowed to let things unfold in the right way. Everything meant for me is organizing in my favor, and I trust it fully. I trust what is forming. I trust what I cannot yet see. I stay steady, I stay open. Everything is coming together. Everything is aligning for me. I trust what is forming. I trust what is forming. I don't rush the process. I allow it to unfold. Everything meant for me is organizing in my favor. Organizing in my favor. I am supported. I am guided. I am in position. I trust. I allow. I receive. I trust what is forming. I follow the sign. What's meant for my life is already mine. I trust what is forming. I follow the sign. What's meant for my life is already mine. I trust what is forming. I follow the sign. What's meant for my life is already mine. I trust what is forming. I follow the sign. What's meant for my life is already mine. I trust what is forming. I follow the sign. What's meant for my life is already mine. I trust what is forming. I follow the sign. What's meant for my life is already mine. I trust what is forming. I follow the sign. What's meant for my life is already mine. I trust what is forming. I follow the sign. What's meant for my life is already mine. I trust what is forming. I follow the sign. What's meant for my life is already
I trust was forming. 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 I trust was
Let me come back to myself. I take a slow breath in, and I let it move through my chest without rushing it. I soften my shoulders, I relax my jaw. I let my body settle into where I already am. No shrinking, no hiding, no pulling back, just me, here, present, available to myself. I give myself permission to be seen, supported and selected. I am recognized, received and resourced. With that land, now I move forward differently. Yeah, I give myself permission to be seen, supported and selected. I am recognized, received and resourced. I pause and I let that land, because being seen hasn't always felt simple. Sometimes I've softened myself, dimmed my light just enough to stay comfortable. Stayed in spaces where I didn't feel fully recognized. But I'm understanding something clearly now. I don't have to hide to be held. I can be seen and supported at the same time. I am allowed. I always have been. For a long time, I thought I had to prove my way into being chosen. That I had to over-deliver, overextend, over-explain, as if being selected required constant effort. But now I see something different. Being chosen is not something I chase, it's something I align with. I don't convince people to see me. I allow myself to be visible. My presence is enough to be recognized. My energy is enough to be received. My gifts are enough to be valued. I don't have to perform for attention. I don't have to compete for space. I don't have to question whether I belong. What's meant for me doesn't overlook me. When I stand fully in who I am, the right spaces respond, the right people notice, the right opportunities align. I am allowed, I always have been. I think about the times I waited to be acknowledged, the moments I wondered if I was being overlooked, if I needed to do more, be more, show more. But now I recognize something deeper. It was never about becoming visible. I already was. It was about allowing myself to be seen. I was visible, I just hadn't fully claimed it. When I let myself be seen, I stopped filtering my presence. I stopped holding back my voice. I stopped minimizing my impact, and something shifts. I feel more grounded, more open, more connected to myself, because I'm no longer negotiating my visibility. I don't shrink to fit, I expand to be recognized. Support begins to feel natural. Receiving begins to feel safe. Being selected begins to feel aligned. And I don't question it, I accept it, because I know now I'm meant to be seen. Listen to me, self. You are not invisible. You are not overlooked. You are not waiting to be chosen. You are already worthy of being selected. Your presence is recognizable. Your energy is receivable. Your gifts are valuable. You don't have to chase recognition. You stand in it. You are allowed to be seen fully. You are allowed to receive support. You are allowed to be chosen without overproving. You are allowed to take up space. I give myself permission to be seen, supported, and selected. I am recognized, received, and resourced. Let that land. Now I move forward differently. I don't hide my presence. I stand in it. I don't question my visibility. I honor it. I don't chase selection. I align with it. I'm seen because I show up as myself. I trust the way I am recognized. I trust the support that meets me. I trust the opportunities that choose me. And when doubt tries to return, I come back to this moment, this breath, this truth. I am allowed. I always have been. Allowed to be visible. Allowed to be supported. Allowed to be selected. I am recognized. I am received. I am resourced. And I move forward. I'm seen and selected. I take my place. What's meant for me meets me with ease and grace. I'm seen and selected. I take my place. What's meant for me meets me with ease and grace. I'm seen and selected. I take my place. What's meant for me meets me with ease and grace. I'm seen and selected. I take my place. What's meant for me meets me with ease and grace. I'm seen and selected. I take my place. What's meant for me meets me with ease and grace. I'm seen and selected. I take my place. What's meant for me meets me with ease and grace. I'm seen and selected. I take my place. What's meant for me meets me with ease and grace. I'm seen and selected. I take my place. What's meant for me meets me with ease and grace. I'm seen and selected. I take my place. What's meant for me meets me with ease and grace. I'm seen and selected. I take my place. What's meant for me meets me with ease and grace. I'm seen and selected. I'm seen and selected. I take my place. What's meant for me meets me with ease and grace. I'm seen and selected. I take my place. What's meant for me meets
what's meant for me meets me with ease and grace. I allow myself to be seen. 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 I allow myself to be seen.
Thank you for tuning into your self-validation station, empowered by adornments. Until next time, keep affirming, reflecting, and aligning.